summer of 1976. A bunch of kids were playing ball out in the street in front of my house. So I looked at them, and I thought, well, it's awful hot for those kids to be out there. So I went out there, and I knew the kids, they all lived in the same block. So I told them, I said, why don't you come on in the shade, and my wife will make a pitcher of lemonade. We'll set up a couple of tables, and we'll play some chess. That lasted about a month or so. I saw right away that we were going to have something better. I had retired in '68 from Shell Oil Company. And from 1968 to almost '78, I had exhausted all the things that I had wanted to do in my retirement. So I became an assistant chess instructor.
I'm a volunteer, and so they get two for the price of one.
Can't do nothing with that, can't move. I was introduced to chess when I was a boy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I became fascinated with it. First time you could move any one of those, the first time, one or two. Another reason that I went to chess because I like to gamble. My wife just hated gambling. I did have the fever pretty bad at one time, and I learned to control it with chess. Check.
Nobody's helping them, like a teamwork in athletics. This is just their own thinking. We enjoy seeing them learn, and their eagerness, really, their enthusiasm for it, you know.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock,
Yeah.
tick-tock.
First time we met Jeff, his father brought him, and he's just a little bitty guy.
Second grader.
And his father said, he's just too good for us. He beats me, he beats his brothers, you know.
Wait.
Down here, when he plays, he can play two of them at the same time.
You can play two people?
Yeah, a lot of times he'll play two, and he loves it. Oh, let me finish that game, let me finish that game, you know.
So the first tournament that was open, why we took him to the tournament, and
He lost at the first tournament we took him to. You know why? He liked to help other people. He wants to make it tough on himself. So when he's playing, he tells his enemies, see, you could move here, you could move there. And so we had to really get after him, not to help other people at the tournament. If they go to tournaments, they have to learn that it's a quiet game.
see, because in tournaments, they're very strict. I say, you have to see, look at the board, see what's happening, see what the conditions are. As you get into chess, it's surprising how your mind expands. Our little Jeff Payumo has won 3 games out of 4.
Well, you don't take any personal responsibility for their winning?
No, because they're the ones that did it. See, they're the ones that put in all the practice time and did the playing. All I did was record the results and coach them a little bit.
Oh, you're being modest.
Well, no, actually no, because see, these kids, a lot of them, are better chess players than I am.
Primary trophy is kind of a special trophy because it's like you
Well, I'm going to do it as long as I'm able. And I'm 81 years old. And how I ever got to be 80, I'll never know. Because when I was 40, I thought that I was going to be very short-lived.
Very good. Edward, how old are you?
8.
And what school do you attend?
Think quick.
That's okay, I understand. Sometimes we get nervous.
When you're young, the ages seem, you know, forever. I mean, you know, when you're little, you don't think that'll ever come, you know. It seems such a long way.
Our second place, George, goes to Jeff Payumo.
I've reached the age now where I don't expect to be living 5 years from now. Nice going, Jeffy.
How old are you, Jeff?
8.
Jeff's 8 years old.
Most of my friends have gone, but I'm not ready to give it up yet.
Thank you, George. Okay.
Transformation was published in California State Poetry Quarterly, and it's true. This is what happened at that poetry reading. Transformation. Sitting at a poetry reading, me, a woman of many summers, a decent poet, next to a springtime girl, sadly not a poet, but a glowing beige girl, honey-colored translucent skin, long black glistening hair ending in curling tendrils, drifting over one bare shoulder. I don't know her. I don't even want to. She with bare knees poking fashionably out from faded blue jeans, her narrow, delicate bones arranged casually, skillfully. I only want to lay my wrinkled cheek against her smooth, unbelievable, unsuspecting, youthful one, to press the whole side of my withered arthritic body alongside her warm, magnetic self and be absorbed totally until I am myself reborn in her. Oh, to begin again with that body, those pools for eyes, that gorgeous mane of hair. But only if I could still be a poet.
This program was made possible by a grant from the James Irvine Foundation, which is dedicated to the development of an informed California citizenry.